Hi everyone. This is just my last update for my total thyroidectomy story, and I know it's been quite a while since I've had it, but I just wanted to give a follow-up for all my videos since I said I would. Um, so I just had my 6-month full body scan about 2 weeks ago, and everything came back good and clear, and everything's gone. So we're happy about that. As far as my radioactive iodine treatment goes, right after my surgery, uh, I had a few complications, like hormone-wise, where I couldn't take it as soon as a lot of other people take it, but I took it in November, end of October or November, and so basically I went in and they gave me a really, really high dosage. I can't even remember what it was, but it was like one of the highest ones that they'll give you. And the nurse brought it in this really scary looking cast iron, super heavy lead kind of bottle thing. And he like unscrewed the top and he pulled out the pill, and it was bright blue, and it was pretty scary, but I took it, and I didn't have any side effects from it, thankfully. A few people sometimes do get some nausea and stuff like that, but I didn't experience any kind of side effects. I ended up staying with my parents because I had to be isolated, so they had an extra room that I could stay in. So I stayed with them, and I had to stay there for a week. And basically, I could be in the same room as them, but I just couldn't sit next to them. I wasn't supposed to have any animals lay on me or, be in close contact with anyone. Like, I was supposed to limit it as much as possible. And then I also had to have my own bathroom to use, and every time I went to the bathroom, like, I had to flush the toilet twice, and just wash everything down really, really good so that I could try to prevent as much radiation going on to anybody else. The reason why I had to flush twice is obviously because body fluids, whenever you go to the bathroom, they're radioactive. Also, they told me if you had to throw up or anything like that, which luckily I didn't, then, just make sure that it was in the toilet or somewhere contained, because it's, once again, radioactive. Anything coming out of you at that point is really radioactive and dangerous. Originally, because I was going to be isolated, I was thinking, oh, I'll just, we're in a hotel room or something like that, and then, I don't have to be in contact with anyone. But whenever I talked to the nurse about that, they told me that you can't do that because of basically, if you did throw up somewhere or something like that, then it's kind of considered like a hazmat spill because it's really dangerous radioactive material, and they want as few people to be in contact with it, so they'd have to close off the room and do extensive cleaning and all that stuff. So they just told me, that you have to stay basically with a friend or a family member or somebody that has an extra place for you to stay. That's not a hotel room. So anyways, I tried that, and just for any of you guys that are going to have to do this, then that's just what I learned. To me, it was kind of a natural thing to think of, oh, I'll just go to a hotel room because it's so closed off and it's really easy to not be in contact with anyone. But anyways, against the rules. So I just thought I'd share that little tidbit. The rest of the experience for radioactive iodine was totally fine, though. I was scared when I took it. It made me nervous, like just knowing that I'm taking something radioactive, but it was fine. It was totally fine. It turned out to not be nearly as bad as I had feared. As far as my healing has gone, it has gone awesome. I've healed great. I will try to show you my scar, which is really faded. It's still there, but it's a lot more faded, and it looks really good. Once I got onto my thyroid medication, which I'm taking Armor, and we've only had to adjust my dosage once, which I think is pretty good. I know some people have to really go through a lot of adjustments, but luckily mine's been okay. And the Armor thyroid, I haven't tried any other kind, but the Armor thyroid for me has worked awesome. I have had no problems with it. I've had energy as soon as I started. Well, maybe not as soon, but like really soon after I started taking it, like my energy came back, and like the symptoms that I was having, like getting out of breath easily and fatigue and all that stuff, it subsided pretty quickly after I started taking it. And since then, I haven't had any issues. I've been one of the lucky ones that hasn't had any weight gain from it. I don't know if that's from taking Armor or if it's just how my body has reacted, but that was one thing I was really nervous about, was gaining a lot of weight, because I've read and heard that a lot of people have some weight struggles sometimes after having their thyroid removed. But so far, that's been fine. I do work out, on a regular basis, probably about 5 times a week, maybe in the morning, about 45 minutes. So, and I eat a fairly healthy diet. But that's pretty much consistent with my behavior before having the thyroidectomy. So I haven't significantly changed my behavior since it, and I haven't had any issues with weight gain. My follow-up body scan, once again, I had to go in and take a much lower dose of radioactive iodine, but I didn't have to be isolated from anyone or anything like that this time. And I had to take it and then wait 2 days and go in for my body scan. Oh, prior to that, instead of going off of my thyroid medication, they gave me thyrogen injections, which I think it does something, higher your TSH levels or something like that. But something to do with the body scan, and I'm sorry, I really am not sure 100% what, but so they gave me the thyrogen injections. The first day I did get very, very sick. I threw up all day long, pretty much starting about 2 hours after I took it, all the way till probably about 11 or 12 p.m. that night. The doctors think that it was just coincidental, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% convinced that it wasn't to do with the thyrogen. They told me they had never had any other patients have that kind of reaction to thyrogen, and maybe I had just picked up a bug, but just the timing of it was really weird to me. So anyways, take that as it is, but I did have a side effect possibly from the thyrogen. The second dose, so I took a dose on Monday, I took a second dose on Tuesday, and after the second dose I didn't get sick. So I mean, maybe it was a weird reaction, I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, the second dose I was fine on the thyrogen. I also had several rounds of blood work done. Wednesday I went in and got my radioactive iodine pill, the lower dose, the small dose for the second body scan. And then on Thursday I didn't do anything, and Friday I went in, got my body scan, and also had blood work done. And I got all my results about a week later, and like I already said earlier, everything came back clear. Everything looks good, doesn't look like I've had a reoccurrence, anything like that. So I guess to just sum it up, overall, before, if you've watched any of my other videos, before my surgery I was really, really nervous. I was really scared. I didn't know what all the side effects were going to be, how I was going to handle it. I was very scared about weight gain, feeling tired, getting adjusted on my medication, healing. But overall, it has gone a lot better than I originally thought it would. So I guess just to give encouragement to all of you guys out there that are having to go through this, I realize that some people do have a harder time than I did, but it's it's possible that you're going to go through it fine and you're going to be fine, and the side effects won't be nearly as bad as what you think they'll be. So sometimes just anticipation, not the unknown, can make things so much scarier. So I just want to let you guys know that you'll be okay. Mine went fine, and if I can make it through it, then other people are going to make it through it fine also. Sometimes I do get asked about my scar. In this light you can't see it as well. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but you can still definitely see it. And that's fine. I just kind of tell people what happened, and maybe don't go into really a lot of depth about it unless if they ask or want to know, but I just kind of accept it as part of my journey and things that I've gone through in my life, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just something that happened, and you just deal with it the best that you can. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. I will say, I think you guys know from my previous video also that prior to my surgery I was working with a naturopath as well as a conventional doctor, and I think that working with her did probably help my recovery somewhat, just because prior to my surgery we had worked on my immune system, and it was built up and really, really strong before I went into the surgery. And I think that really helped a lot with my recovery afterwards, just having my immune system built up the way that it was. So I'm really thankful and glad that I had worked with her, because I think that definitely helped a lot. Other than that, I think that was the main stuff I wanted to cover, but and this is really the last video I'm going to do in this series. Mainly I was just putting it out there so that people can see the whole experience from beginning to end and see how it all came out, and maybe just provide some information and encouragement, and a little bit of maybe make things a little less scary, or a little seem less like the unknown, having seen somebody else go through it. So other than that, I guess I will say goodbye, and thank you for listening and hearing about my story. And I have a lot more compassion, I guess, after going through this, and realizing things that people are going through, and especially when you're not expecting it, and it can be tough, and trying and everything, but there's also, I think, good things that can come out of it, and you learn a lot, and you become more grateful for things. And so if you have any questions or want to reach out, I would be more than happy to respond and give any advice, encouragement, information that I have. And I guess that's all. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.